Coast. It's very humid. I think we will get a storm this afternoon and maybe a bit of rain. My hair's sticking up. You know, I went to sign into Skype this morning and I pressed enter. Poof, it just went. Bang, just like that. So I had to go through the whole, hello Luella189, how are you? And I had to go through the whole rigmarole of signing in here. Sammy Sweetheart is watching. Hello, Sammy Sweetheart. Yeah. So it just happened. Just poof, it was gone. I don't know, modern technology is wonderful when it works, and it's a real pain in the backside when it doesn't. How do you like my haircut? I know the hair's sticking up a bit. Sticking up a bit here anyway. Yeah, I did it live on a broadcast yesterday, but I haven't got around to tidying it up yet. And I made a YouTube video and uploaded, and you know what? I got a lousy 2 views. A lousy 2 views. That's the way it goes with YouTube. Sometimes you can upload the simplest of things and get lots of views, and sometimes you can spend some considerable time editing and you don't get your views at all. I don't know, something's wrong here. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Ooh, yes, it's Young California is watching. Hello, Young California. Yes, it's 35 degrees centigrade here in the shed, but the humidity's way up to about 80-odd%. What's that, 35, 70, 60? That's 95 Fahrenheit. That's pretty hot. I don't like the hot weather. Ooh, no, I don't like the hot weather at all. I like the cold weather. I don't like to be cold, but I like the cold weather better. I just feel more comfortable in the hot weather. Yeah. I look a bit bright, don't I? It must be this overhead light. Oh dear. Yes, I don't know what happened with Skype. I've been using Skype for quite some time because I talked to my good friend in Virginia, in the United States. And I went to log in and poof. Gone like the dodo. I probably won't end up talking very long. I was hoping Brittany, Minnie Mittenland, might be online. I was hoping that she would have sent a contact so I could add her on Skype, because I'd like to talk live to live with her on Skype. She did co-host here on one broadcast, and it was an absolute pleasure. Luella189 is here. Oh, yes, that's all it says up here. Okay. Yes, I was hoping Minnie Mittenland would have contacted me so we could talk one-on-one on Skype, but I'd like to talk to people on Skype, so if anyone ever wants to, there's a contact, just contact me. There was just something happening down the bottom here, I don't know what that was. Maybe it was Skype coming back. Yes, just John Hampton, John.Hampton, all lowercase, John.Hampton 73. Behind the scenes is watching. Hello, Holly. How are you, my young friend? Are you doing well? I hope so. Yes. As I was saying, Holly, you may have seen the live broadcast where I cut my hair with that crew cutter. A heart, yeah, a heart, yeah. I'm all thumbs. Yes. Yes, and yes, do you remember the haircut? Well, I got around to editing and uploading to YouTube, and I got a lousy 2 views so far. As I said, sometimes you can upload the simplest of videos and get a lot of views, and sometimes you spend a lot of time and you don't get many views at all. I don't know, I just don't see, there seems to be a lot of light on my right side. I don't know why that is. The blind's close. Yeah, I'm sorry too, Holly. But that's what it's like having a YouTube channel. You know, sometimes you can hit and most of the time you miss. But I'm sure there's a lot of people on YouNow who are on YouTube. And Holly, I think you would do well on YouTube. The screen brightness. Yeah, what it could be. Yeah, that's what it could be, I suppose so. Yeah, I think you do well on YouTube, Holly. I really think you do. Yeah, you would. Yes, I just dropped my wife off in town. She wanted to do some things, and she didn't want me tagging along, which is fine with me, because I can sit here and in my fortress of solitude, as I call it, and just relax and bear this heat. It was forecast it was going to be hot today, and they were spot on. Wow. I don't know. Yes, I don't know where that. It could be coming from the door. See, there's a door just over here in the shed, and you know, this would be. I should have had it set up before, but this would have been a good time to hook up the other camera in the 2 leads and just show you what our backyard looks like. But that's if anyone would be interested. The birds are taking a bath at the moment. We've got 4 bird baths in the backyard, and the birds love the bird baths. Yeah. I suppose I could still do it, but I don't know what would happen if I'd have to pull out the camera and hook up the other thing, and I don't know. No, I'm not sure if I should do that, Holly. I just, that's a peewee that you can hear, Holly. I know you've got very good hearing. That is a peewee or a mudlark. It's they build a mud nest in the trees in our backyard, and it was one of those nests that fell on my head. I tried to put a link to that short video down below here, and while I was able to post a couple of images of when I would go away camping, and I posted it, wouldn't accept it. Does anyone know why that's so? Aren't you allowed to post links to a YouTube video? Yeah, next time, Holly, for sure. Yeah, I'll make sure I do that. Yeah, I will. I should have thought of it before, but yeah. What's that? I think the rules. There are rules in that, are there? My friend over in Virginia, George, he seems to think there's some other app available on YouNow. No, I don't know either, Holly. When it comes to most things IT, I'm a complete tyro or a beginner. You know, I love modern technology. I really do. I think it's a wonderful thing. But yes, technology's not your friend. No, I tell you what, Holly, when things go wrong, like it did with Skype just going poof, I thought, oh heavens, what am I going to do? So I Googled sign into Skype, and I had to go through the whole rigmarole again. So at least this brain has absorbed some of what I've experienced over the years. But I tell you what, Holly, I don't think technology is most people's friends. I know there are a lot of smart young people out there, and even children. And I think some of the kids can do it just marvellous. You know, they can do the sort of things that bamboozle me standing on their heads. But then they're taught about it at school, whereas when I went to school, there was nothing like this at all. But, yeah, well, I'm self-taught, Holly. I've always had a thirst for knowledge, and I've always been a very keen reader. And as I said before, because I was interested in history of weapons of warfare, I learned a tremendous amount about history, because history is rife with conflict, and where there's conflict, there's weapons. Yeah, and it goes back thousands of years, whether it be from a humble slingshot or a club. It's all part of weapons of warfare. Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about weapons anymore. But yes, I've always had a thirst for knowledge, and I learnt more after I left school than I ever learned at school. Oh, they gave me the basics, you know, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Hated geometry. Couldn't understand geometry. Couldn't understand science either. All those formulas, whatever. I love woodwork and metalwork and tack drawing because I've always been able to draw. But and I wasn't keen on English either. Yeah, I agree, Holly. Geometry hurts my head too. It always did. Peyton W is watching. Hello, Peyton W. If you've just come on, I'm just saying how hot it is here today in my shed office. It's a stinker. And I don't like the summer. No. Oh, what's this little bell up here? It says 21. Andrea Strickland is live. Ryan121 is live. I got an invite from Luella189 and Ryan120. Oh, I'm a fan of theirs. Yeah. Minnie Mittenland is here. Hello, Brittany. I haven't received a contact from you for Skype yet, because I've been looking forward to talking to you. I've just put out an invitation, Brittany, to all those who watch my broadcast to let me add them as a contact, because I'd love to talk to them one-on-one on Skype. I really like that. I really enjoy it. Yeah, the bell of notifications, yes. You know, Holly, it took me a little while to figure out what that was. Yeah, but when you're new to something, you know, it takes a while to get used to it. And I've only been doing this for about 10 days, I think. But I'm doing all right. What about? I don't know. I got 450 odd views, and I've picked up quite a few fans, and I've become fans of others, and I find YouNow was terrific. But it wasn't with my first experience with it. I signed in, and there I sat on the page like I have now, and it said, John Hampton, get ready to broadcast, and nothing happened. It can be addictive, yes. I think like all technology, games and mobile phones and the like, it can become addictive. I got 2 mobile phones, but I basically only use them when I go away camping. That's true. I had one mobile phone before, which was this Nokia. This is an old one. It's a C5, and it used to just be used as a paperweight. Because every time I went out with it, I'd bend over, it'd slip out. And I thought, no, I'm not going to have this. And then when I was away camping, I've got an external antenna and a cradle in the cab of the 4-wheel drive. So when I'm in places where there's low signals, I can usually call my wife, because I call her every night when I'm out on the road somewhere, because she worries. But when I'm on my cousin's property, she's not worried about me. If you could only take 3 things with you camping, what would they be? Wow, Holly, that's a good question. Only 3 things. I take so many things these days. I don't think I could do it in this day and age. When I was younger, in my teens, all I want would be a rifle, a sleeping bag, and a box of matches. But now, no, I can't answer that. See, when I go away, I'll post a photograph of my 4-wheel drive and how I've got the fold-out camper on the back. And now I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, when I go away, I go with all mod cons. Well, I'm 67, so I've got a few mod cons. You know, I've got my generator, so I can run a microwave oven, and a toaster, and a sandwich maker, and an electric light, and an electric blanket. I'm a softie, aren't I? But I tell you what, it's cold up there on that mountain in the winter. And it's lovely to get into a warm bed. Yeah. I decided to buy the electric blanket after the last time I was there. I thought, no, I'm definitely going to buy an electric blanket for my bed. Oh, it's just having to get into a warm bed on a freezing cold night. And there I lie, and I read until I get sleepy, and then I have a little headlight. Where is it? It's fallen on the floor. I just one of these little headlights, you know, they're terrific little units. And I have it strapped to my head, and I got my pillow raised. I got the light down low, and I read. And then I get sleepy, turn it off. And that's it, Holly. Like the things you wear, you go into a cave. I've got 2 of them. One's much brighter than this one, but they're terrific little units. Because when I go fishing and I'm camped close to the river, I'll fish at night. You know, and so you need a good light. But yes, besides, like I said, and I've got my portable Wi-Fi unit, so I can have access to the internet, and it's terrific. And because then I can post to Facebook. When I go away this year, I might even do a live broadcast from the top of the mountain on my cousin's property. See how it goes. Because usually the signal's pretty good, because I spoke to my friend George via Skype from my camp. Yeah, all right, I will do it, I promise you. all things being equal, that is, you never know what's going to happen from day to day. You know, I've got these plans to go away, but at the moment my four-wheel drive is in the workshop getting repaired again. I had problems. You know, if this is boring you, please let me know. A couple of months ago, the battery kept going flat. I couldn't figure out why. I thought maybe the alternator had packed it in, but no, that was fine. So I took it down to the dealer where I bought the vehicle from. I bought it new 4 years ago, and they had it in the workshop for 2 weeks, and they found out it was a thing called a solenoid that had something. It was underneath the passenger seat, and the solenoid had become wet. It had electronics in it. You know what water and electronics go with it. Circuits and like. So they ordered a new one, and it cost me $1,000. $1,000 and $450 to get it fitted. But here's the crux of the matter. They knew it was getting compromised by water, but do you think they would look for where the water was coming into the cab? No. You know what they did? They mounted it a little bit off the floor as an ad hoc solution that 3 weeks later proved didn't work because it had been compromised by water, so I had to put it back in the workshop, and then began a rude battle to convince them that I wasn't liable to pay for another new solenoid. They expected me to pay another $1,000 and $450 to get it fixed, but I only had it 3 weeks ago. And I said, no, you were negligent. Ryan 121 is here. Hello, Ryan. Yeah. And do you think they would understand what No, they didn't. Oh, I've got a guest. I will be right with you. They didn't want to understand. They knew what I was saying was true, that they were negligent. They should have fixed the leak. It should have dawned on the technician, hey, hang on a minute, this solenoid's getting wet. Where's the water coming from? No, they didn't. So anyhow, they finally saw it my way, because I was ready to go to the local television station, and I was going to get a banner made up, unfair practice, and go and demonstrate out of the front of their service department with the television crew there. I had other options available too, but no, they finally said, who is this guest? Who is guest? No? Oh, it's the lovely Brittany. Hi, I have connected you, Brittany. Brittany's a wonderful young lass. She really is. She's very friendly, very down to earth, and we've got. Hello, Brittany.
Hi.
How are you? How you going?
Good.
Wonderful to see you again.
I didn't even go to school today because I was sick, and I've been laying in bed all day.
Have you been sick? Did you say?
You're frozen.
Frozen. Isn't she a very, very attractive young woman? Very. Yeah, she's lovely, and she's got such a lovely personality. So down to earth, and we found we had 4 things in common. 50 plus years, my junior, and we had 4 things in common. I saw her eyes light up when I showed her my first self-published novel, and I thought, yes, dropped out again. It happens. Look, Brittany, please put me so I can contact you as a contact on Skype. It's John.Hampton, all lowercase 73. So I can add you as a contact, and we can talk one-to-one on Skype, because I really want to talk to you, especially more about writing. Because I saw your eyes light up. A friend of mine in the States, George, he watched that broadcast, and he said, did you see Brittany's eyes light up when you mentioned or showed her your book? And I said, yes, I did. And that was a wonderful thing. It was lovely talking to her. I better go back to chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, Brittany, but we went forth. Maybe there's something wrong here, because, as I said earlier, I went to sign into Skype, and when I clicked enter, poof, it just went, just disappeared. So I had to go through the whole rigmarole of setting it up again. But I really would like to talk to you one-on-one, face-to-face on Skype. I really would, because I think you're a charming young lady. And I'd like to talk to Holly too, if she had Skype, because she's a lovely young lady too. I think she's got a few problems, but we all got our problems, haven't we? But we all have our crosses to bear, but many have heavier crosses to bear, and I think Holly is one of those. And I'd really like to talk to her. But, yeah, so please, Brittany, John.Hampton, all lowercase 73, and we can talk till the cows come home, or when you have to go and do homework to keep up your A grades, which would be great. I'd love to do that. Have I said this too? That time goes so quick when I'm talking on this, and I'm sweating profusely because it's very hot here. It's 95 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 35 degrees centigrade or Celsius, and the humidity's right up. Wow. That's probably why I'm a bit washed out. Alden P is watching. Hello, Alden P. Excuse me while I wipe some of the sweat from my brow. Yeah. I was saying, Brittany, oh, that's right, you were watching when I was doing the haircut video, and then you had to go and do your homework. I edited the video, and I uploaded to YouTube, and I've only had 2 views. 2 views. But I haven't quite finished doing the haircut yet. I've got to do the sides here. I'm looking a bit silly like this. Just arrived from Mini Mitten invite. Well, thank you for inviting Alden P. Brittany. Thank you very much. Yeah. Someone commented too that on last night's broadcast that if I keep going the way I am, I could become awesome on this YouNow. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But anyhow, I'll keep trying. But it's difficult to think of what to talk about. You know, I've got 67 years of life experience, but Wild Kid Crazy is watching. Hello, Wild Kid Crazy. I love these usernames. I really do. When I was broadcasting... Oh, thank you, Brittany. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yes. Yes, you do remember it, don't you? John.Hampton, all lowercase 73. Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to talk to anyone. But particularly Brittany, because she's a lovely young lady, I would really like to talk to her again face to face. I really would. But I would love to talk to anyone face to face on Skype. Skype's a wonderful thing. And I only discovered it a year or so ago. Didn't know it existed. It was my friend George in Virginia. And he said, get on the Skype. So I got on the Skype. And we talk 2 or 3 times a week. And you know how we met? This shows you how easy it is, or even how strange you can meet people. I uploaded a video 12 months ago called Emphysema Man, which is my story, true story. And he made a comment. And I replied. I always reply to all comments. And then one thing led to another. And it was he who then suggested that we go on Skype. And I go on Skype. And I went on Skype, and we've been very good friends ever since. On YouTube. Yes, yeah. Oh, sorry, Brittany. Yes, through my YouTube channel. You know, the Man from Oz, John Hampton, the Man from Oz YouTube. You know, thanks to you now, I picked up an extra 3 or 4 subscribers. I'm 6 away from reaching 100. That will be a real milestone for me. Yeah. 100. And those out there, they've got hundreds of thousands, millions. That'll never be me, but good luck to them. No, good luck to them. Yes, Emphysema Man was uploaded 12 months ago via my YouTube channel. It was a short film, went for about 8 minutes. And it's getting close to 12,000 views. Well, are you a Hampton? I am a Hampton. I am John Hampton. Yes. It's got nothing to do with the Hamptons in New York, or New York City, whatever. No. Excuse me while I have a sip of tea. This is virtually my trademark when I do broadcasts. Yeah. You're Bradley Hampton. You're from Kentucky. Wow, what a coincidence. Kentucky. Where exactly? I'm trying to think. Kentucky's in the southern part of the United States. Is that correct? southeast, on the towards the southeast coast. I'm not sure. You'd have to enlighten me. Wild Kid Crazy. Bradley Hampton. See what happens? See what you come across when you're on YouNow. It's amazing. I can envisage the continental United States, and I can envisage Canada up to the north, and I can envisage California on the west coast, and New York State, and so on the east coast. I think Virginia's roughly in the just south of the centre of the state. I can envisage most countries, but I'm hard pressed to figure out. I know in Great Britain, Cornwall's way down south at the bottom. Middle East, right? Thank you. Don't they have a very famous derby there? The Kentucky Derby, if memory serves me correct. Like we have a very famous horse race here in Australia. It's the Melbourne Cup, and it goes live to probably 1 billion people in there. Yeah, I thought they did. Yeah. It's not cooling down any. Right. And what's the weather like down in Kentucky? Wild Kid Crazy? I just love some of these usernames. I sent a quick message to my friend George, and I was telling him how hot it was here, and he said it was so effing hot there, effing cold there. But that's what George is like, effing cold. Or snow. I used to live on the top of the Blue Mountains in a town called Blackheath. My wife and I were there for 10 years, and it used to snow in the winter. And it was lovely to go out to the forest, the pine forest, to see all the snow and the trees and that. But I was never a big fan of the snow. It was the big thaw, after all the snow started to thaw and you had all the slush. Wasn't keen on the snow at all. Plus the front water pipe used to freeze up, and you have to go out there and hold some fire underneath it to thaw it out before you could turn the tap on inside the house. But they were good times because my wife and I hadn't been married that long, and she would, that's where we had our 2 boys while we lived in Blackheath. But they were both young when we sold up and moved here to Coffs Harbour. So virtually Coffs Harbour's their home. Yes. I'm looking out the door of my shed. I live in Coffs Harbour, which is located in the mid-north coast of New South Wales. I live 5 kilometres as the crow flies from the South Pacific Ocean, or the Tasman Sea, as it is often referred to. Yeah. So we have, here in Australia, we have, 6 states and 2 territories, if memory serves me right. We have Queensland, we have New South Wales, we have Victoria. I'll answer your question in a minute, Holly. Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, Western Australia, and we have the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. The Australian Capital Territory is Canberra, and Canberra is the capital of Australia, and not Sydney as some people think. Sydney is the capital of New South Wales. Brisbane is the capital of Queensland, Melbourne is the capital of Victoria, Hobart is the capital of Tasmania, Adelaide is the capital of South Australia, and Perth is the capital of Western Australia, and there you have a history lesson. Now, how far have you travelled in Australia? I've travelled to Queensland. No, I haven't lived... I'll just answer Holly first. I've travelled to Queensland, Holly, a little bit to Queensland, and down into Victoria, but mostly New South Wales is my home state, and I really don't want to go anywhere else at the moment. And because my cousin's got his property here 880 kilometres away to the southwest, as I said before, I go there once a year, and then I will travel further out west in New South Wales to get to some of the inland rivers. I haven't lived at Coffs Harbour all my life, no. I was born close to Sydney. That was in 1948, and we then moved to 15 miles west of Sydney to Parramatta, where my mother and father bought their first house. And I lived there until I was married, and then my wife and I bought a house, or we had a house built at Blackheath, and we moved to the Blue Mountains, and we stayed there for 10 years, and then circumstances which I'm not prepared to talk about, we went to Coffs Harbour, where her mother and father lived. She was born and bred in Coffs Harbour, yeah. But we've been living in Coffs Harbour since 1988. That was the 200th anniversary of the founding of Australia. We celebrated Australia Day 3 days ago, January 26th. It was 1888, 228 years ago that Captain James Cook landed in Botany Bay with the first fleet. There's a little bit more history for you. I'm full of it, aren't I? Yeah, I'm really full of it. But I've lived in Australia all my life, yes. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I would love to, now that I'm retired and my wife is retired, we both would like to travel over to Great Britain and to America, because there's two Facebook friends I would love to meet face to face. Oh no, and there's George, my very good Skype friend. But unfortunately, my doctor advises me not to travel, air travel, with my emphysema. Well, you go to the UK, Holly. Do it. Make it a priority. Make a decision and do it. And you will find a way to do it. Yes, so with my emphysema, he advises me not to travel at high altitude in a pressurised cabin. And it's a long trip to the United States, and it's an equally long trip to Great Britain, which is a tragedy, because we both really wanted to go overseas, but it's too late. But it would have been lovely to meet these two Facebook friends, and George. And there's a few, I could even meet Holly and Brittany. That would be lovely too, but it'll never happen, unfortunately. Thank you for becoming a fan. Wildcat Crazy. I will return the favour. I always do. When someone fans me, I fan them. And it's the same when someone subscribes to my YouTube channel, I subscribe to them too, because it's the best way I know to say thank you. And I appreciate that. I am really sweating. I don't know if Brittany, Minnie Mittenland, is still there, but what do you think of the haircut? I know I haven't got around to finishing off here on the sides because I didn't have a mirror. I think I cut it a bit short with that crew cutter. Holly, what was the first social media I used? Social media? Well, it would have to be just Google. I didn't get my first laptop, and it was a second-hand one. It was one of my boys' laptop. He bought himself an iMac, one of these big man beauty, it cost him heaps. And he said, "Here, Dad, you can have the old laptop." And it was running Windows XP at the time. I think it's going back maybe 6 or 7 years. So, but except for Google, I would say I think I didn't join Facebook until 2 or 3 years ago, I think. I'm not sure. So I'd have to say Facebook, really, Holly. It's perfecto, John. I think I cut it too short, Holly. I think I did. It's got 4 settings on it, this little crew cut thing. And I think I should have gone to setting 3 rather than setting 2. But my wife's going to buy me a mirror so that I can tidy up down the sides here and get the little trimmer out and whatever. But my wife thought I did pretty well. She said, "Oh yeah," she said, "That looks all right." I'll tell you what, it's easy to wash your hair. Yeah. And that crew cut unit, You can take off the plastic guide, release it, and you can cut longer and thicker hair too, if you want to trim it. So it's good for both men and women. Yeah, it's a fantastic little unit. But 2 views, sometimes I wonder why I bother making videos and uploading to YouTube. Abburn is watching, Abburn is watching. Hello, thank you for watching. Yes, sometimes I wonder. But I'm not alone there, because there are millions of YouTube channel owners out there who upload videos and get very few views and very few subscribers, and it can be hard at times. Using a hair shaver on your head. Don't you have much hair at all, Holly? A shaver on your hair. Do you mean an electric shaver? Oh, right, you have hair. Okay. So, what do you mean? An electric shaver or what? Yeah. Oh, right. I'm with you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, Holly. That crew cut unit, that Vidal Sassoon, it's terrific. It is terrific. Now, it's cost me $15. I know I said this before, to get just a number 6 comb to take and trim my hair. And I won't be going to the hairdresser anymore. I'll be using this thing all the time. Wow, it's a fantastic unit. It's too bad I'm not on a commission, is it? I might be able to sell a few of these things for and on behalf of Vidal Sassoon. But you know what happened? I had a wonderful experience a few months ago. I uploaded a video about a spotting scope. It's a scope I can use for target shooting. And I bought it from Metam International on Facebook. And I uploaded the video. It got quite a few views. And then Metam International contacted me and said, could we use the video for promotional purposes? And I said, yes, go ahead, as long as it's only for promotional purposes. I'll give you my permission. How cool was that? Oh, made my day. No, I don't want to become a barber. No. And my wife wouldn't let me cut her hair. I do dye her hair for her, because she finds it easy for me to do it. So thank you, Holly. Thank you very much for that. Maybe you'd like some of the stories I've written. Just give me your email address and I'll send them to you for free. I sell them for 99 cents on my website, but no one's buying them. Anyone who'd like a copy of all 3 of them, just send me your email address, or get onto johnsboxasp.com.au, and there's a link that you can contact me, and if you would like, look, I'll send you free copies. They're uploaded to your email address for free. Just let me know, and I'll send them to you so you can have a read. There's Aggravation, Henry Talbot's book of Yesterdays, and Saturdays in Ice Phobos, and Brittany, or Minnie Mittenland, would be pleased to know that Saturdays and Ice Phobos had nothing to do with the supernatural whatsoever. So maybe she would enjoy that. Yes, Henry Talbot's book of Yesterdays, it's 138,000 words. And do I have a favourite vid I've made on YouTube? I'd have to say it'd have to be Emphysema Man. Not only because it's the highest viewed video I've ever uploaded, out of 290 I think it is now, but because a lot of people have commented on it and said they thought how motivational it was, how inspirational. It'd have to be Emphysema Man, for sure. The short video, which is the one I tried to put the link to, was the bird nest falling on my head, the mud bird nest. That only went, I think, 10 or 11 seconds. Yeah. So if you ever want to check out Emphysema Man, please do. And that offer for free books, uploaded to your... Nicky Mint Green is here. Hello, Nicky Mint Green. I tried to catch one of your broadcasts, but I was a bit too late, so I had to watch the replay. But that's okay. Yeah, because you invited me, you said, hey, John, come and watch me. And I tried to, but of course, we've got a big time difference. Of course I remember you. Yeah, absolutely I remember you, Nicky Mint Green. Yes, you and your friend. Absolutely. Yeah, Yeah, see, there's a big time difference here. You've got to realise that it's 19 hours on the west coast of the United States, and it's something like 16 hours from the mid to east coast. Yeah, big time difference. You've got to bear that in mind. So if you go live, say at say 8 o'clock at night US time, then there's a 16-hour time difference. Guess me. Yeah. All you got to do is click that camera there, Nicky Mint Green. I was just checking his bell again. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've made you a guest. There you go. I don't like to keep people waiting. I've been on some of the broadcasts where I've applied to be a guest, and they keep you waiting, but that's okay. I suppose they're talking. They're talking something that's important, and they want to finish what they're talking about. How you going there, Nicky Mint Green?
Yay!
All I've got is a frozen. Oh, there you are.
What time is it in Australia?
Sorry?
What time is it in Australia?
It's 24 minutes past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that would, that would make it about 3. What time? It'd be early in the morning your way, isn't it?
Here it's 8:23 m.
8:23 p.m. Oh yes, of course it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you live on the east or west coast?
In the middle.
What state do you live in?
Minnesota.
What is it?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Minnesota. Right, okay. Oh, you have to pardon me. It's very hot here. Very hot here today. Whew. You having snow down your way?
But yes.
You are. Right, okay. No, frozen again. What are you doing, Nicky Mint Green?
Playing the music.
Oh, right. Can't you get comfortable?
What?
I said, can't you get comfortable? You seem to be jumping around like a flea in a hot shovel.
Yes, I am.
Oh, God. Maybe I'll check in on you when you go live next. When are you planning on going live?
I'm going to be broadcasting in
5 minutes, are you? Okay, well, I might check out your broadcast. How about that?
Yeah. Okay, John. Bye, John.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I'll save Toodaloo for now, and I might pop in and have a look at your broadcast when I finish doing mine.
Yay!
Okay? Yay! Okay then. See ya. Oh, the enthusiasm of youth. Hey, isn't it a wonderful thing? Yeah, I was the same. Didn't have this sort of stuff though. I would have loved to have had this stuff when I was a kid. God, it would have been fantastic. When I got, my father was very interested in photography, and he had a 9.5mm movie camera, I'll show it one. When I do a broadcast, I might just show you some of the oldest cameras I've got and what we used to do with them. And because of his interest in making home movies, I became interested in my later teens when I first started work, and I could buy my first movie camera. And I shot thousands of feet of 8mm. Maya, is watching. Hello, Maya. And I shot thousands of feet of 8mm film. I've still got it here, and I've tried to convert it to video. Unfortunately, the projector broke down. Even the old family films that my father took, his old projector broke down, and I can't do anything around them. But to get them converted to DVD cost about $1 a foot. So it would cost $5,000 or $6,000 to convert them. Why are you on here? Because I can be? I'm just talking. Does that make sense? Maya, I've never had anyone ask me that before. Having fun. Yeah. Jenny Camp 1 just arrived from Nicky Mint Green's invite. Well, thank you, Nicky Mint Green, for inviting Jenny Camp 1. Well, I'm a little older. Yes, I know there are not a lot of old folk on YouNow. I'm probably the odd man out. I'm a bit like a fish out of water. But hey, why not? Age should be no barrier. Don't let age stop you from doing anything. Doesn't stop me. I'm 67 years of age, and I still keep myself busy doing things, and I love all technology, and I love all the terrific movies that are out now. I'm a big fan of science fiction and fantasy. That is correct. Age is nothing but a number. Yeah. Minnie Mitten is landed back. Hello, Whitney. Yes. Yes. I wish they had those little emoticons here on YouNow. It's the same on Google Plus. They don't have emoticons. I think emoticons are terrific. On Facebook, there's oodles of them. I don't know why they haven't got them on YouNow and Google Plus. Oh, I tried to contact Google Plus and say, hey, why don't you get some emoticons on? But no. I even made a video and uploaded it. In fact, I think I made 2. Come on, give us emoticons on Google Plus. No. It's no good unless people, make the video go live, viral, Unless you can get millions of views on that, maybe something to be done. But Google Plus is just so big, it probably doesn't matter. I see you back, Whitney, yes. Now, it must be getting on toward... oh, hang on, you're on the West Coast, aren't you? Yeah, you're 19 hours different, so what? What's about 5:30 in the afternoon there, is it? How's your softball going, your softball team? Oh, well, I wasn't far out, was I? That was not bad for an old fella. Like I said, I've always had a figure for numbers. Great, that's terrific. What is your softball team called? The Extremes, I like it. I was once, when I was a teenager, a member of a 10-pin bowling team. The Hustlers, we were called. There were 5 of us. There was 3 girls and 2 guys. And I once came close to bowling the perfect game. I almost got a 300. I had 7 strikes in a row, and I'm going along like a bat out of hell. And I thought, bang, I'm going to get the perfect 300 here. And I had 8 strikes in a row, and then I kept going and going, and then suddenly the wheels fell off. I ended up knocking down 7 pins, and I got a spare, and that's where it ended. But I still ended up with a pretty high score. I think it was about 260 or something. I had an average of 147, which wasn't bad for 10-pin bowling. I almost had a hole-in-one in golf too. Yeah, I was a keen golfer once. I had a real passion for the game. And I teed off using a 7-iron on a short par 3, and I thought, this is going to go in the hole. It landed that far from the hole. And you know what? This is true. It was only that far from the hole. I was like so excited I was going to get a birdie, I two-putted. Can you believe that? I two-putted, and I was only about 6-10 inches from the hole. My friend said to me, did you get a birdie? I said, no. He said, what, you two-putted? Yeah, two-putted. Oh, yes. So when find a troll. I don't know what that means, Holly. So when is the softball season, Brittany? Are you playing? Oh, it's winter over there, isn't it? I bet you it wouldn't make any difference. You're playing softball now? She was. Oh, I know she was. Yeah. Travel ball. Can you explain travel ball, please? I assume you travel all over playing, like the cricket teams do here in Australia, football teams and that. Travel ball. Fair enough. That's what it means, doesn't it? You travel all over playing. But all around the US. Wow. You travel all around the United States. Fair income. Yeah, lucky Minnie. You know, it must cost a bit of money. Do you have your own private jet, do you, Brittany? The team jet. A new person is watching. Hello, new person. Yeah, it does cost them. I could just imagine. What do your parents take you? Do they, Brittany? Do you drive or do you fly or use a bus or? To travel all around the United States. Holy smoke. That's a lot of travelling. I know the United States. Just like, okay, fair enough. Because to travel all around the United States, I mean, Australia's just a little bit smaller than the United States, which is just over 3 million square miles. You've never left your state, Holly. You will. You're still young. You've got a lot of life ahead of you. Who knows where you'll end up. But I just hope oh, but just not yet. Okay, fair enough. I understand you, Brittany. I understand. No, we get here during the cricket season, which is during the summer. These teams come from all over to play here in Coffs Harbour, and the Coffs Harbour team goes all over New South Wales, up to Queensland, down to Victoria, so on and so. Oh, you'd be most welcome to visit here, Holly. We've got a spare bedroom. Absolutely. If you ever get to Australia, you come up to Coffs Harbour and look us up, you'd be more than welcome to stay in the spare bedroom for as long as you like. My wife and I would welcome you with open arms. Absolutely. So if any of my fans and any people I've met here on YouNow, no, it's true. It's true, Brittany. Yeah, anyone comes to Australia on YouNow that I've met and become friends with, Barbara M is watching. Hello, Barbara M. And you get to Coffs Harbour, I'd be disappointed if you didn't look up my wife and I. And don't stay in a motel or backpackers. You come and stay at our place. There's a spare bedroom there, no one's using. It's got 2 beds in it. So if there's 2 of you, you've got a bed. Free and clear. I'm serious. So just remember that. Yeah. Ah, oh, it's getting on the 20 to 2. I'm probably going to have to go because I dropped my wife off in town, Brittany and Holly, and all the others who are watching, and some of the earlier ones will know this. She went to do some shopping, and she didn't want me along, didn't want me tagged along. So I dropped her off, and she said she'd give me a call about 2 o'clock. But so I better be ready. So when she does call, in case she calls early. Shopping. That's funny. Okay, Brittany. Oh, look, I'd love to talk to you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to talk to you on Skype. I really would. And anyone else, I would truly love to talk to you on Skype. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. I suppose you've got homework to do to keep up those straight A's. Well, you get stuck into it if you have. You should be very proud of yourself. Straight A's. That's a great achievement. Oh, I'm sorry, Nikki Mint Green. I'm still on my broadcast. I'm sorry. Do you want me to stop my broadcast and come over and watch yours? I don't want to disappoint you, my young friend. I'm sorry. I feel like a heel. If you're broadcasting now, you'll be on for a little while, and I'm just about to call it quits here because I have to, because my wife will be calling shortly. And I will pop over and have a look at your broadcast. I better go and do that. I don't want to disappoint Nikki Mint Green. No, she's only young, and when you're young, you're impressionable. Yes, always lovely talking to you, Holly. Yeah, okay. I'll right now, just so that everything is okay. Yeah, look, I'll end this broadcast and I'll pop over to and see you, Minnie Mint Green. Oh, sorry, Minnie Mittenland. Oh, Brittany. Oh, you mean Skype? Yeah, sure. Well, I'm live on Skype at the moment, so if you send I'm getting confused here. Yes, Minnie Mint. Yes. All right. Okay. I'm sorry, my friends. I'm getting a little confused here. I'm going to go and watch Nikki Mint Green. See, there's Nikki Mint Green and there's Minnie Mittenland, and I'm getting the mitten and the mint mixed up. That's what's happening. No fool like an old fool. Yeah, a lot of things confuse me, Holly, I can tell you. Oh. Yeah, look, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. I'm going to go over and have a look at my young friend's broadcast. I don't want to let her down. So, look, I might be back later on tonight, and but I might just wait to see if Minnie Mittenland contact to my Skype has gone through. Okay, we'll do that, Brittany. So bye-bye, folks, for the time being. I'll be back, and it's always great to have you on and listening to this old fella chat away. Bye for now. Toodles. Bye, Holly. Chloe Ella's watching. Hello, Chloe, and goodbye, Chloe. I've got to go.